Hello, sweet friends. Welcome to this first video of 2023. As you can see, we've had a beautiful winter so far. There has been so much magic and abundant peace in the mountains. As this new year has begun, I'm striving to bring that peace of the mountains into my daily life. I know I'm definitely not the only one who went through a lot of trials and difficult times last year. I heard someone say, maybe our depression or anxiety is a sane reaction to the broken world we live in, but you have the power to break free of it. So I'm going to start implementing some simple changes in my life. In the mornings, I am going to stay off my phone, no social media, no news. I have no interest in looking at the news. To prioritize my mental health, sometimes I need to live in my own little bubble, and that's okay. I'm going to romanticize my morning routines, make floral teas and cuddle with my fur babies, listen to uplifting audiobooks or podcasts while I go for a walk. This year is all about writing a new chapter in this book of my life, a chapter that I've very much been looking forward to, cultivating a soft life and knowing that the only person I really need to make proud is myself. I'm going to be unapologetically me, wearing dresses in the snow, pretending I'm a main character in a fantasy story, sleeping with my teddy bears and believing in magic. This absolutely isn't necessary, but I decided a new me means a new hair color. I was born blonde and I grew up that way, so I guess you could say it's a comfort hair color. The goal here isn't to be super blonde, but like a warm golden blonde, a color that reminds me to be more childlike. I'm nervous, but also very excited.
Chin up, babe, tomorrow's a new year, little darling. Old Lang Syne and all the other cheers. In the moment feels just like you're here, little darling. Write your resolutions without fear, or leave them on the floor. Go and open a new door. Just keep blindly facing forward. Sun's the hottest at its core, and I warned you I get bored. There's too much to be explored, things that we cannot ignore. Drop the ball and be restored. Chin up, babe, tomorrow's a new year, little darling. Old Lang Syne and all the other cheers. Chin up, babe, tomorrow's a new year, little darling. Old Lang Syne and all the others.
So, it's a lot. I know. It's definitely patchy in some areas, but for doing it at home, I think it's not bad. And only spending like $50 instead of $500, close to $600. Last time I went to the salon, I spent $550 and I wanted to throw up. So I was committed to doing it myself this time. I still just can't decide though if I should grow out my bangs or not. I really like them, but at the same time I've had them for so long. Right now they're just kind of at that awkward stage where they're not long enough to do like the curtain bangs, but they're really not short enough for me to dry them this way either. But yeah, I'm excited. It feels like a new beginning, a new start, and that is what I'm going for this year. It just started snowing outside. It's so pretty. Oh, we haven't been getting enough snow this year. So going into 2023, I really want to focus on reading books that just make me feel good. I add books to my TBR that seem interesting or that everybody else is reading, but this year is all about me and just reading whatever makes me happy. For me, that's looking like fairy tales, cozy fantasy. For example, this book is called Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. To me, it's like the perfect mix between Bridgerton, Pride and Prejudice, Howl's Moving Castle with fairy tale vibes. It's perfect. So I have my library stamp and I am gonna go through and stamp some of these. This is one of my favorite things that I have is my library stamp. So I am gonna do that. And while I do that, I wanna tell you about the sponsor of today's video, which is BetterHelp. Going into 2023, I am absolutely going to continue with therapy. It has made such a huge difference in my life. So BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service. How it works is you fill out a really brief questionnaire and they assess your needs and then match you with a professionally licensed therapist based on the things that you might be struggling with or need help with. I just realized that I put the stamp upside down. Okay, that's really bright, but you know, it's fine. It gives it more character. If you try to go get an appointment with a therapist in person, it can take weeks to get an appointment, but BetterHelp is there if you just need someone to talk to right away. They're there for you. And they always respond with really timely responses. They're always very thoughtful, at least in my experience. And then in addition to that, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions with your therapist. One of the best parts being that you get to do it from the comfort of your own home. BetterHelp has a broad range of expertise in their 25,000 plus therapist network, some of which might not be available to you locally. It's not a crisis line, it is not self-help, it is professional therapy. BetterHelp is more affordable than traditional therapy and there are financial aid options available. If BetterHelp is something you might be interested in, you can get 10% off your first month by going to my link, which is betterhelp.com/Desi. That's betterhelp.com/Desi. And join the over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health with the help from a licensed professional therapist. Thank you again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Now I am gonna get back to my library stamp and adding these books to my library. I love doing that. It feels like adding new friends to my home. Is that weird? I don't think that's weird. Books are friends.
Every year I've made progress towards living a healthier lifestyle. I was vegan for a bit, I started exercising regularly, I take all my vitamins and herbal supplements every day, but my weakness has always and probably will always be sweets.
That was a really big one.
I know that to be the version of me that I'm striving to become, she's not someone who eats processed sugary foods every single day. But in no way am I willing to give up something that makes me happy, so I compromise. Instead of cutting out sugar completely, I imagine myself running my own tavern or bakery like you see in the fantasy books, or a Studio Ghibli film, with the idea that I can only offer freshly made sweets with simple ingredients. Sweets that I imagine a hobbit would enjoy. I swear, you guys, you can romanticize anything. Life is so much more fun this way. So the goal isn't to cut out sugar, it's to use whole ingredients to create something comforting but also nourishing. And honestly, it has been so fun coming up with my own creations. These rice cakes have peanut butter, honey, and fresh raspberries on the inside, then dipped in oat milk white chocolate with coconut flakes on top. And you want to know the best part? I find myself craving sugar less and enjoying my little versions of sweets so much more. The worst thing you can do to yourself is not become the person you could be in this lifetime. And although this seems but such a small step, to me, it's something to celebrate. It's so important to remember that baby steps are still steps. From a young age, I've loved to write in a journal every day, but as I got older, I started comparing myself to all the aesthetic ways people would set up their journals, and for a while, it deterred me. I just wanted mine to look as beautiful as theirs and be full of creativity and pictures and washi tape and all the things that make a journal look so beautiful. But that just isn't me, like at all. As hard as I tried, I just couldn't be one of those aesthetic girlies and manage to make my journal look like something I've seen in countless journaling videos. But then I remembered that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So in 2023, I'm going to look at my scribbles and my bad handwriting and lack of organization as actually quite special. Spelling errors and all. It's an unfiltered, unedited expression of my mind, my thoughts, and essentially of me. So here is my very imperfect journal setup. I start with my rules for 2023. This year that consists of journaling, even if it's not every day, and not taking advice from people I don't look up to, and asking myself daily, how would Elizabeth Bennet or Anne Shirley start their mornings, and how can I be more like them? Focusing on my strengths rather than worrying about my weaknesses, and not using my cell phone in the bathroom. But my number one rule for myself is that personal happiness and my mental health comes before everything else. Growing up, my dad was in the military, so I'm used to change. But that doesn't make this big new change any easier. We've been in this apartment for 3 years, and it has been our sanctuary throughout the craziness of life the past couple years. But I got a feeling a while back that we've slowly outgrown this space. We have no yard for D'Artagnan to run in, and Jared's office is in our walk-in closet because we're so tight on space. But somehow the stars have aligned, and I'm so excited to let you know that we have signed a lease for a beautiful home in New England. I can't wait to wake up to the sound of bird song instead of police sirens. But it's hard not to feel emotional. This place has gotten me through so much the past 3 years. We came here with absolutely nothing, and we slowly thrifted items to create our dream space. It has felt at times like my own little hobbit hole or even a castle, and it's where I started this amazing journey here on YouTube.
This is not real. Is this real?
Darling Desi.
It says Darling Desi.
So much laughter, so many memories. I'll forever be grateful for everything this place has taught us. We love Utah, and it will always have an extremely special place in our hearts. There's nothing like the mountains and the wildflowers in the summer or the snow and beauty of winter. I'm so grateful for who I became while living here. Sometimes the place you are used to is not the place you truly belong. It's time for our new adventure, a journey towards the next chapter of the life we've always dreamt of. Just 2 kids chasing our own fairy tale and hoping that it all works out. I can't wait to share this new beginning with you. Thank you, friends, for being here, and I'll see you next time from our new home by the sea.